The Syrian war is just one of 6 wars that Israel has promoted, including in Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Somalia, and Sudan. We had the list, actually, from Wesley Clark back in 2001, when he was handed a paper in the Pentagon that the goal was 7 wars in 5 years. The only war that hasn't taken place yet, to Netanyahu's great consternation, is the U.S. war with Iran, which Israel is still trying to instigate to this very day. So the Syrian war is part of a regional tragedy. We have tragedy in Gaza, the West Bank, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Sudan, South Sudan, and Libya that I put at the hands of the United States government and its ally Israel, because none of these wars had to happen. These were all wars of choice. They were all wars that came from the idea of regime change operations, that the United States would determine which regimes operate in which countries. We'll never have peace in this region if outside imperial powers like the United States are dictating the terms to this region. The only way to have peace in this region is if this region is determining its own future, not outside powers. And Israel could never do these wars on its own. These are American wars. America provides the financing, it provides the military backup, it provides the naval support, it provides the intelligence operations, it provides the munitions. Israel couldn't fight for 1 day without the United States backing. Israel could not be committing a genocide in Gaza without the United States' full operational complicity. I don't mean political complicity, I mean direct, daily operational complicity. This has to end. This region has been divided for 100 years, first by the British Empire and then by the American Empire. And this is going on until today. We have a genocide going on right next door. Till today, till this morning. People being wantonly killed, brazenly killed, because the United States is providing the means for this. So this is what's happening in Syria. Is the U.S. on the fence? Hardly. It's the major actor. I know, by the way, I know firsthand that in 2012, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon appointed former Secretary General Kofi Annan as special envoy to reach a peace in Syria. I loved Kofi Annan. I love Ban Ki-moon. I worked for both of them. Kofi Annan arranged a peace in 2012. He arranged a peace in Syria. You know why it didn't happen? Because all the parties agreed to peace except one. Literally one. That was the United States of America.
Content recap. Jeff frames the Syrian war as part of a U.S. Israeli strategy to remake the Middle East by overthrowing anti-Israel governments in Lebanon, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Syria. He cites General Wesley Clark's claim of a Pentagon plan for 7 wars in 5 years, with Iran as the remaining target, and accuses the U.S. of enabling Israel's regional dominance. Takeaway. Syria's war is one of several U.S. Israeli regime change operations to reshape the Middle East. Israel, backed by U.S. military and financial support, drives regional instability, with Iran as the next target. Analysis. Strengths. Jeff's reference to U.S. interventions in Iraq, 2003, and Libya, 2011, supports the regime change narrative, as both led to prolonged instability. Israel's influence on U.S. policy, via lobbying and shared interests against Iran, is well documented. Foreign Policy, 2020. Clark's 2007 interview about a Pentagon list of target countries, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Iran, is verifiable, though it reflects post-9/11 discussions, not a formal plan. Weaknesses: the claim that Israel orchestrates all these wars oversimplifies a complex region. Conflicts in Somalia and Sudan have local roots, e.g., clan rivalries, resource disputes, and involve multiple actors, not just U.S. Israeli agendas. The Seven Wars narrative, while striking, lacks primary evidence and ignores U.S. motives like counterterrorism and energy security. The focus on Israel as the sole driver downplays Iran's role in supporting Assad and Hezbollah, which fuels regional tensions. Counterarguments: the U.S. pursues its own interests, such as containing Iran and securing oil routes, not just Israel's. Israel's actions in Syria, e.g., airstrikes, target Iran's military presence, driven by security concerns, not a remake the Middle East vision. Jerusalem Post, 2023. Other powers, like Russia and Turkey, also shape regional conflicts. Context: the Middle East's instability stems from a mix of colonial legacies, local rivalries, and global interventions. Jeff's narrative captures part of this but overemphasizes U.S. Israeli agency while underrepresenting other dynamics. Summary: Jeff portrays the Syrian war as part of a U.S. Israeli plan to dominate the Middle East, citing Clark's Seven Wars claim and U.S. support for Israel. While U.S. interventions and Israeli influence are real, the narrative oversimplifies the region's complexity and omits other actors' roles. Conclusion: U.S. Israeli policies have contributed to Middle Eastern instability, but attributing all regional conflicts to their agenda ignores local and other global factors. A balanced perspective recognizes multiple drivers of conflict, from colonial legacies to competing powers.